Hello viewers, welcome to Toronto Vasi. I'm Ram. Today I have Varada with me. In this COVID series, we are going to see about the impact of coronavirus. Today we are going to see about the effect of online education on your PGWB and CRS score. Let's get into the series. This is the official website of Canadian government. We have included the link in description. This webpage clearly mentioned about the impact of PGWB. If you are inside Canada and your class is fully moved to online because of COVID, you will be eligible for PGWB. But it should be moved to online only because of COVID. And generally, IRCC will not give PGWB for part-time education. But because of COVID, if your classes have been moved to part-time from Jan 2020 to September 2020, you will be eligible for PGWB. But starting from September 2020, you should have studied full-time.
So what I could hear from is like, if you are taking your course starting from winter 2020, that means January of 2020, the peak, that means the peak time of COVID, and then followed by spring and followed by summer. So those three terms, if you are taken in part time, then you are eligible. But as of September, September 2020, that's a fall 2020, you should have taken your course in the full time, right?
Yeah, you could have studied part-time during this period, but you should have moved to full-time by fall 2020. Then you will be eligible for PGWB.
Okay. So students from September month of 2020, they should have started their full-time education, not their part-time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is specifically for students who are already studying in Canada by Jan 2020. Because if we are joining Jan 2020 batch, we will not be taking part-time. So students who are already studying in Canada, they may take this part-time because of COVID. Okay. Now let's go to the majority of the sector. That's studying outside Canada. If you can't travel to Canada at this time and you are studying online, in some cases, you will be eligible for 100% PGWB. The education outside Canada will be considered for PGWB starting from spring 2020 to December 31, 2021. If you have started your class from March 2020 to September 2020, you are eligible to study 100% of the course outside Canada. But if you have started after that, that's Jan 2021, you can complete up to 50% of the course outside Canada.
Hey, that's been mentioned here, yeah.
So to give a clear picture, if you see March 2020 student can take 100% of the course online up to December 31, 2021. If you started in March 2020, your 100% of the course will be over before December 31. It will be applicable even if you take 1+1 course. The same rule applies for September 2020. You can take 100% of the course up to December 31, 2021. But in most cases, if you are taking 1+1 course, you will not complete before December 31. But if you are not taking academic break, you can complete before December 31. In that case, you are eligible for PGWB. Coming to Jan 21 and the next batches, you can complete 50% of the course online up to December 31, 2021. After that, you have to study from Canada to be eligible for PGWB.
Yeah, this sounds good, yeah.
Now coming to CRS course, there is no change in the calculation of CRS points. Earlier, you have to complete at least 50% of the course in class to be eligible for CRS points. The same rule applies now too. Your course should be at least 50% in class to be eligible for CRS points. In addition to that, you should be physically present in Canada for at least 8 months. So if you complete 100% of the course outside Canada, you won't be eligible for CRS points, but you will be eligible for PGWB. Even if you complete inside Canada, in most cases, you won't be eligible for CRS points because you will be attending online classes inside Canada. You will be satisfying the second rule, that's physically present in Canada for at least 8 months, but you won't be satisfying the first rule, that 50% of the course should be in class.
So what I could see here is, though CRS and PG work permit comes under IRCC, there is a contradicting factors in the policies right now. What PG work permit, the IRCC has given update is that you can complete your entire education until December 31st of 2021 and still be eligible for your PG work permit. That is 1 to 3 years based upon your uh, study, based upon your study. But right now in IRCC, they have given us update through a tweet saying that CRS points are not being changed right now. It remains same as what it is till now. So even though you're eligible for a PG work permit, you still won't be eligible for the CRS score for your education, right?
Yeah, exactly. You won't be eligible for CRS point if you're completing your education in online. So you should have at least 50% in class.
Okay.
But we have to consider another one point here. No colleges will give certificate saying that you completed your education online, or your transcript won't say that. So there is no way that the IRCC officer will know that you completed online. So your education may be considered for CRS points, or they may give exemption in future.
Yeah, because right now they are concentrating only on PG work permit because that's a major concern for all the students who are traveling there. Maybe like in the future, once all these issues are gone down, they might think about this exemptions for students who came under this category.
Yeah, there is a great chance that it may be exempted in future. But if you see closely, only 15 points are affected by this CRS eligibility. Consider the scenario. If we get Canadian experience for more than 1 year, we'll be mostly losing 15 points because of this. 15 points is not a big point for students who already have experience. But for those who doesn't have experience, 15 points may have a big impact on their profile. So it's better to clarify with your college that whether they are going to conduct in class in future or not.
So Ram, can you just explain with calculating a CR score for your profile itself? It will be easy for them to know what you're talking about.
Yep, sure. Now I have calculated CRS points for my profile. I have 3 years of experience. So I'm giving my current profile without Canadian education or without Canadian experience. Right now I have 432 points. If I'm not considering Canadian education and considering only Canadian experience, which I am gaining through PGWB, I'll be getting 485 points when I have 1 year of experience. If I consider points for Canadian education, I'll be getting 500 points, 15 points extra for Canadian education. There will be another one category where Canadian education will be considered. If you see this, Canadian work experience and education has another 1.2. But if you have Canadian work experience, you don't have to worry about Canadian education points. Totally, you can get only 15 points under this. So the points will be covered under work experience itself. So even though you don't have points for Canadian education, you will be considered for this. If you see here, I haven't considering my points for studying in Canada. So I'm getting 0 points here. But if you see here, Canadian work experience and education, I'm getting 13 points. That means my work experience alone is giving me this 13 points, even though I'm not considering education.
So if you see here, it is mentioned that the maximum 50 points can be got from this. So that means in the subdivision B, work experience and education totally is 25 points. In that you have just mentioned from the work experience alone for 1 year, you're mentioning 13 points, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if that is the case here, then the education, the points if you lose in education, that won't be a matter here because out of 50 you're getting 38, right? So that is compensated here.
Under this category, yeah, you are getting. But there is another 15 points for Canadian education. That's additional points that you are losing.
I could get that because for study in Canada you're losing that, but with the experience on you're gaining 13 points. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I get
at
that.
this place, that skill transferability, you are not losing any points. Under additional points, you are losing points. If you're having outside Canada experience, this 15 points doesn't matter much to you. But if you're moving as a fresher to Canada, this 15 points matters to you. So consult with your college to keep offline classes for at least 50% of the program.
So okay, so let me take my case. For example, I started my education at September 2020. I completed my first semester, and also I'm just currently in my second semester, and I'll be having a break for 4 months. Now that ends by September. So at September, I need to have a in class session. That means offline session, so that I would still get my CRS score, right?
Yes, you need to complete 50% of the course offline to be eligible for CRS points.
Okay, so that the college has to take a decision, but still time is there for that.
Yeah. In future, there may be exemption for this. We may still be eligible for CRS points, but as of now, we are not eligible for CRS points.
Okay, so what I could summarize from our meeting, what we had is like, so as of now, as per the updates from IRCC for PG work permit, you are okay to stay in your home country and to study until December 31st of 2021 to get your full PG work permit. But in the case of CRS score, that's the one that matters in your PR, that gets affected by this. The policies have not changed for them, but we can expect something in the near future once everything calms down.
Yes. To be on safe side, please pressure your college to keep offline classes. If there is any exemption or update in future, we will be posting videos about that. Please subscribe to get instant notification. We are not authorized to give immigration advices. We are just explaining what's given in Canadian government's website. To get a clear picture, please consult an immigration lawyer. If you have any queries, please post in comment box. We will try to answer from what we know. Thank you.